3, 2, 1. Arguing again, arguing about something so simple. Make it clear, tell me why you're running back to him. Feeling insecure, feeling like there's more to your character. Every tear that you cry is worth it in the end. But baby, tell me, how have you not figured it out? Ooh, dry your eyes. The world can always give you reasons to cry. But understand, you're stronger than you know. There's power in your bones. The flowers that you've grown were watered by your tears. You say you're growing old, one day you're gonna fold. Amazing how you go unbothered through the years. But if you just let go and fall into the garden that you grew, you would finally know that you don't have to be somebody new. So you finally run, running far away from your history. But there's clouds over your head every time, and they keep following you with no clue of what to do. I can make them vanish if you let me shine. You like to put somebody else's happiness before your own. I see the weight of Atlas on your shoulder, weighs a ton. I'm trying to be the ball and light and energy for you to grow. You see, you're just a flower who has never seen the sun. You're stronger than you know. There's power in your bones. The flowers that you've grown were watered by your tears. You say you're growing old, one day you're gonna fold. Amazing how you go unbothered through the years. But if you just let go and fall into the garden that you grew, you would finally know that you don't have to be somebody new. And this is only fair, now go ahead and let your hair down. Place the flowers into your hair. You don't have to care about anything you used to care about. When you wanna smile, I'll be there. And this is only fair, now go ahead and let your hair down. Place the flowers into your hair. You don't have to care about anything you used to care about. When you wanna smile, I'll be there.
Hello, so I'm just popping on at the end of this video because I'm just about to frame this, but I can't decide whether or not to add perhaps some kind of swirly leaves or something, just kind of on the background, just drawn on with, say, metallic pens. But I don't want to ruin it. And so, like, it's come so far and it's turned out quite well. And I don't want to, at the last minute, put something on and then go, oh, it's ruined. Now, this is the ultimate art conundrum, isn't it? That you get to a certain point and you either take the plunge or you don't. And you don't know which way it's going to go. I mean, I did do, on my iPad, I did try just kind of like putting some kind of leafy bits around just to see whether it would work with the design. I thought that it did, but now I'm standing here staring at it. It's scary. I don't want to do it. So I don't know whether or not to, I mean, maybe I could just use a bit of this, just to kind of, let's make some kind of pretend leafy bits. I know they don't look like leaves, bear with me. It's just to kind of see whether or not it adds to it to have, because as well, the other reason that I was thinking of drawing something on is because there's ever such tiny, I mean, you probably can't see it on the screen, but there is very tiny little marks. There's one sort of over here and there's one over here where I've caught it with the glue or something, and it's like, it's barely visible. So it's not dreadful. You know, the little voice inside me is kind of like, why don't you cover that up, Jenna? Cover it up so people can see it because you can see it. And probably no one else would notice it at all, especially when it's in the frame. I don't think anyone would notice. Oh, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking something like that, where it kind of comes from this side and kind of swirls around like the bunny is in some sort of little kind of wafty doodah. Oh dear, I don't know. I just don't know. Why am I so confused? I feel like that needs to be bigger and not quite so close. A bigger loop, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I don't know. Does it help? Like, does it need that extra bit, or is it good with just the bunny? I'm literally just staring at it, which means that you're just staring at it too, which is not exciting watching. See, if I do it, there's no going back, so... But if I don't do it, will I regret it and always feel like it could have been more? It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing. Anyway, while we're thinking about this, I'll just talk you through what it's made of. So we've got little rolled up pieces of foil, which are the eyelids, the nose contours and the chin contour. So anything that like required a line, I've rolled up tin foil and like bent it into shape. So it's quite cool if you don't have any wire to hand for something like that, because wire is also very good. But I really like the tin foil as well because it's so shiny. It's so bright and shiny. It kind of sparkles. And then the eye is just glittery black felt, as are the two little dots in the nose. And then all of this around the face is cut grass stems from bunny grass tails. So just grab the stem, cut them all up, and make them into teeny tiny pieces, which, yeah, they are tricky, they are fiddly. They would annoy some people to stick on, I imagine, but we got through it. And then the rest of here, the bunny is just tissue and crepe paper. The silver is crepe paper, the blue is tissue paper, just rolled up, cut into tiny pieces, and then the odd little feather stuck into the ear and the little bunny tail, which I really enjoy the feathers because it gives it that little bit of movement when the wind catches. It's quite nice. Anyway, so that's it, and it's all just stuck on with PVA glue. Also, I did paint with gold just on some little edges there. That was another thing. I wasn't too sure whether I was going to ruin it or not, but I think it's okay. I think the gold kind of echoes this tone in the grass stem, so I think it's all right. It's not too busy. But here we are back again at the conundrum. Let me get one of the gold and silver pens and let's just try on a general bit of white paper just to see the kind, because it might be that the silver is just a bit dull anyway, because I quite like the shine of this, but I just don't know that my silver pen, I think that's gonna be sort of duller than this silver. So I've got a Sharpie in gold, I've got a Sharpie in silver, but then I did also find that I have this, which I haven't used in ages, so I don't even know whether it still has anything in it. Let's wake up, little pen. It might be dead. Are you dead? Are you dead? I think it might have dried up. Oh well, that was a long shot because that's been sitting in there for a while. So I gave it a go. So let's see. See, it's like, it's got the, it's hard to tell whether it's got a shine. But see, with this, I don't know, I think that would be a bit dull. Yeah, okay, right. I think that has made my decision for me. Thank goodness, you say. So I think I'm not going to add bits around it. I think I'm going to let it speak for itself. Does it look lesser now? Oh no, come on. So the thing is, leaving it like this, I suppose I can always come back to it, can't I? I can always take it out of the frame and add something to it if I suddenly get an inspiration or something else which would look better. I mean, I do have this metallic paint which might be shinier than, oh, now here we go. We're just like thinking now of other things, because that was the gold that I used on here. So using that gold, as you can see, it is quite kind of, I don't know if it's showing up on here, but it is quite sort of shimmery. And I think I do have a Liquitex silver. Yeah, I do. I've got a Liquitex silver paint. Okay, right, hang on. Let's cover all our bases. Bloop, bloop. See, that's quite nice, but it's not as precise. That leaf is a little bit shinier, but I don't know whether I would do them like that or whether I would just have them filled in. I mean, that's quite subtle, so that's not quite so in your face. Would that give a little bit of glint in the light if I did some of those? Oh, now I know. So I think that, right, what I'm gonna do is, I know this is a bit extra now. I wouldn't usually bother doing something like this, but I'm just gonna paint a few, cut them out and position them on and see whether or not I like it. That's an idea, isn't it? I should wait for them to dry. But can I be bothered? No, probably not. Can I be bothered to cut these all out now that I've done them? I might only be bothered to do these. I mean, I'm liking this better than the idea of the pens because it's not quite so bold. I'm still not sure. Why, Gemma, why? So after all of that, and a bit more staring that you didn't even see, I just sat here and stared at it for minutes at a time. Minutes. I'm gonna say no. I have decided that no, I'm not gonna add them. I just think that maybe it's my kind of brain wanting to fix things that perhaps don't need to be fixed. And I think maybe the simplicity of this is better without any kind of extra buzziness around it. I don't know, but I mean, as I said before, I can always take it back out of the frame and add stuff to it if I want to later. So, okay, come on, let's put you in the frame. It's in. Okay, and then let's pop you in there too. Okay. Oh no. Now there's something on the inside of the frame. No! I've got to take it out again. Stupid frame. How did it get something in the frame? I purposely put something on top of it. I'm gonna have to like wipe it, but I don't want to wipe it because I don't want to give it streaks. Oh! Like, this is the most boring thing you've ever watched, I have no doubt. Good grief. Get out, get out. Get out, you. Let's track. You know what I think that's going to do? Wasn't this exciting for you to watch? But I think it's kind of helpful to see how another, like, that we all question things. Like, it's if you're looking at a piece of art and just thinking, I don't know what to do, like, you're not alone. We're all doing it. We're all trying to just figure it out and solve the problems. Okay, so here it is. It looks quite dark and unimpressive on this camera, but I think it's quite nice. I'll try and take some photos of it in a better light. Anyway, Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help to support the channel. Let me know in the comments down below, do you like to collage? Would you do this kind of collage? Or do you like to be a little bit more abstract with it? Anywho, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.